Japan has fallen into recession as well, and it's first in 5 years. The economy contracted at an annual pace of 3.4% in the first 3 months of the year. It's the second straight quarterly contraction for the world's third biggest economy, and more pain is expected. Analysts have warned of an even bleaker picture for the current quarter. Consumption has crumbled with businesses shut and people staying home. But the government is trying to cushion the blow. It's already announced a record $1.1 trillion stimulus package. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has promised another supplementary budget. Michio Ishida has the details.
And government officials say that the number of new cases are showing a slowdown. Now, this in a briefing that the government officials from the Ministry of Health and the Cabinet Office and the Foreign Ministry held today. Now, Tokyo is still in a state of emergency. That's among 8 prefectures. Officials could consider further lifting state of emergency from these prefectures on May 21st. And Japan has introduced a new testing system, an antigen kit, and this should be able to show results in 30 minutes, so a lot of improvement. However, the need for testing is now flat because of less a number of people infected with COVID-19. Clinical tests are ongoing. Avigan, which has been made for H1N1, is undergoing tests, and it could be approved anytime this month. Alvesco for asthma is being tested. Several other drugs are also mentioned as undergoing clinical tests. A few weeks ago, the Japanese government, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, announced the first supplementary budget worth 20% of Japan's GDP. Now, based on this, we hear the latest that 90% of prefectures have received applications for cash handout. The GDP for January to March contracted 3.4% on an annualized basis. The Cabinet Office believes that the economy will decline further in April and May. So a second supplementary budget is needed. And the Cabinet Office says that it will probably be formed by May 27th, and it's to raise a level of employment subsidy to support rent of small, medium-sized enterprises, support for students in difficulties, allocation of funds for prefectures on improving their medical supplies, and cash flow for businesses, and buildup of reserves. No numbers were mentioned, but we should know pretty soon of the size of this supplementary budget.